A visit to the MuscleMeds website led Saddlebrook police officer Mike Giuliano to enter the latest Train with Kai Greene contest. A 39-year-old husband and father of 3, Mike's objective for training with Kai is not to compete as a bodybuilder, but to stay in shape to help battle the criminals he encounters. At first, Kai was unsure how to proceed, but we soon realized that the same mental discipline that can create an award-winning physique could also enhance Mike's performance on the job. In part 2, we watch as the shoulder training session morphs into back training, and Mike begins to hit his limits.
We're still staying in our traps. This one exercise I found to be very, very helpful in helping me connect with my rear delts, my traps, my rhomboids, and then at the same time find my brachioradialis, bicep, tricep even, while my arms, my hands are here. Your hands become hooks. You execute this movement by hooking your hands across the bar. And then what you're going to do is you're going to sit down, you're going to lean forward, and then you're going to pull down. Try it. But you want to stay, because there's many ways of doing it, but you want to keep your mind here. You want to activate your traps and your rear delts, as if you were doing a rear delt bicep shot on stage. Yeah. If you notice, I put my feet behind me. It helps me lean forward easier. Yes. 1. Stay here. Yeah. 2. Good. 3. Yep. Flex this. 4. It should feel like piano wire the whole time. 8. Squeeze. 9. Squeeze. 10. Squeeze. 11. Squeeze. 12. Okay?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 elbows forward. 4 elbows forward. 5 elbows forward. 6. Okay, put the weight down. What's happening is this. If you can see me, look in this mirror. What's happening is I'm asking you to bring your elbow out here.
I'll bring it out.
All right? So when I say elbows forward, this is what we want. So you're taking the concentrated contraction and effort off of your rear delt, which would be here if your elbow were here, and you're transferring it down here. And it's helping you, giving you a mechanical advantage. It's making it a little bit easier. It's saying, okay, maybe this is a little too heavy. Maybe it's a little too heavy, so you know what? Help me out, lats. Help me out, biceps. Help me out, forearms. You could do this for 2 years, 6 years, and if you ever decide to get on stage and try to unveil this masterpiece you've been working on, because of this inefficient action, what happens is you'll have probably a great, well-developed lat, great, well-developed bicep, great, well-developed forearms, but this will be shallow.
As I've noted in my work with Victor Martinez, Craig Richardson, and others, there is a common misconception among the average gym goer that all that matters is the weight on the bar. This couldn't be further from the truth, and Kai hammers home this point several times this day as he adjusts Mike's form and mindset.
6, your mind is here. 7, your mind is here. 8, your mind is here. Flex this. 9, squeeze this. 10, squeeze this. 11, dig. 12.
Yeah, there's a lot of mind-muscle connection when it comes to doing the exercises.
14, deeper. 15, come on, come on. 16, come on.
Squeezing, contracting the muscle. You know, it's not always about the heavy weight. You know, you use the lighter weight, squeeze the muscle, you get more out of that than you would doing a heavy rep and not feeling, you know, that connection with what you're trying to accomplish.
17. You know you want to hit me. Let's go. Let's go. 18. Don't that hurt? Let's go. 19. Come on. Come on. 20. Good. There you go. Now you're training your rear delt. See that feeling you got right now? That's like, oh, God. That's what's up. Technically, everything we've done so far is stimulating activity either just at or right above scapula. Does that make any sense? To further polish this off, we think about doing things like Haney shrugs, which are shrugs from the rear, traditional standing shrugs, and even side laterals. And a lot of people would probably not consider this shoulder training. They would probably consider this back training. You can see a really awesome body, you know, but a lot of times when they don't do like the little stuff, like this fine-tuning stuff, you'll see it every time when you stand somebody next to them that does that. And they can have worse genetics than them. This is like a vertical pullover. Your feet are going to be about as far as they are from the equipment. And what you're going to do is you're going to let the pressure of that bar rest in the palms of your hands. And what you're going to do is you're going to try to push them down. Look at me from the rear. Push and squeeze your lats. Squeeze your lats. Does that make sense? Take your hands. I want you to grab here on me. All right. Grab my lats. Grab them, grab them, grab them. Okay. No homo. Now, so this is what you're doing. You're bent and you're squeezing. Make sense? Squeeze your lats. One. Here. Keep it here. Two. In here. In here. Three. Flex this. Flex this. Four. Flex this. Five. Flex this. Six. Deep in the valley. This is your valley. 7. Flex this. 8. Flex it. Flex it. Flex it. 9. Flex it. Flex it. Flex it. 10. Flex this. Flex this. Flex this. 11. Flex this. Flex. Yeah, there you go. 12. There you go. There you go.
He is intense. I mean, that's definitely the word I would have to use with him. He is intense. You know, he's very focused. You know, he has his goals set. He's very determined, you know, and he's very humble about himself at the same time, where he would take the time out, show somebody like me, do the exercise the way it should be done.
Yep. Let's get it. Come on, use your lats. 5. 6. 7. Let's go. 8. Keep it here. Keep it here. 9. Less in here. More in here. 10. This looks bulletproof. This is shallow. Let's go. 11. Come on. Come on. Come on. Here. 12. See, don't use this. As we fatigue and break down, we start to allow these secondary muscle groups to come in, and they'll dominate the exercise, they'll dominate the movement. And now, because they're engorged with blood, and because they're fatigued, and because they're tired, chances are, even when we think we're trying to connect with these muscles that we're trying to focus on, it's for naught, because now these other muscle groups are so pumped, they're so aware, they're so fired, so well fired now, that every attempt to reach those muscle groups that we're less connected with end up being dominated by these other muscle groups. So what we end up having to do is let go of the weight, let go of the bar, step back sometimes, refocus, even lighten the weight if need be. You know, take a minute. What a bodybuilder will try to do is step in a corner maybe, go into his mind, and quietly try to flex the muscle And what you're doing is you're almost like trying to imagine closing your eyes and reaching around in the dark inside of yourself. Reaching around saying, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Is this my lats? Lats, lats, fire. And really what that is it translates into standing there and mimicking the movement almost. Mimicking the movement and trying to feel your lat contract. Okay, is this it? This is it. Okay, hold on. Let me hold on to the bar. Let me contract my lat against something stable. Feel the contraction. Make the contraction mine. I got it. Regroup. Drop the weight. Do it again. 2. Lead with your elbows. 3. Lead with your elbows. Imagine pushing. Come on, come on. Imagine pushing me with your elbows. Push me with your elbows. Fire this. Contract this. 7. 8. Use this. 9. A lot of people have these principles about overtraining and what overtraining is. Sometimes you have to overtrain in order to stimulate the muscles and build a mind-to-muscle connection enough to be in control of the muscle so you can work it efficiently. If not for overtraining, you won't be able to do it sometimes. So you have to just like bludgeon the muscle with stimulation. Just bludgeon it. Bang, bang, rep after rep after rep after rep after rep. Now you got it. 3, 4, 5. Let's leave some lats though. You got a lot of rear delts and traps. Okay. Okay. You sit up really high, which means I'm trying to bring my trunk, trying to make it parallel with the floor. If you decide that the reason why we're doing this movement is to address your traps and rear delts, then that's perfect. But if we're trying to get into our lats now, then that means that we're on the wrong angle. While weight is still light, that's the time to think about those things. Heavier weight will come. Heavier weight will come. But the right mechanics are what we're using in order to hit the muscles that we desire to train. I'm not pointing you out when I say this because the same thing happened to me. I spent a long time earlier in my training doing like really heavy shoulder work, you know, then get time to get ready on stage, you know. Spent all this time in the off season moving all this heavy iron and the bench and shoulder press and diet it down and get on stage, and wow, I had no shoulders to speak of all the work and all the effort that I'd done in the off season. But my triceps were freaky cross-striated. The lesson there was that, wow, your triceps are doing a lot more work than you thought they were.
After an hour and a half at Fifth Avenue Gym, the heat and the sweat becomes so great that Kai's trademark Muscle Meds red hoodie gets soaked completely through, and he has to exchange it for a dry blue one. Kai in blue? It doesn't look right. But Kai doesn't have much of a chance to build up a sweat in his new hoodie. Mike's grip begins to give out. After so many pulling exercises in one workout, it was his hand and wrist endurance, not his muscles, that proved to be the weak link. It was a valuable lesson in the importance of using straps when doing shoulders and back. Mike gives it a valiant try. He makes a few more attempts. But we decide to call it a day. Still, Mike performed admirably that day. I defy anyone to keep up with Kai Greene.